Alright, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, and as you can't tell from the title, yes, we're doing a reading vlog for Little Mushroom Volume 1. I got this from Peach Flower House on their online website. I will link it down below if you want to get it. I know too it's on Amazon, but usually this series, like their stocking, always sells out pretty fast. So I'll link both of them down below. But yes, I finished it. So as you can see, I have bangs right now, right? But in the next few clips, I don't have my bangs yet because I decided to get them a little bit later on because when it started getting fall, like cooler in Texas, I was like, let's get bangs, bitches. I missed them. So yeah, I got the bangs and the wolf cut, both of the things at once. But in the beginning of the video, I don't have them, so don't freak out. It's just future stuff. Later on, it'll come into play, trust me. But yeah, this is such a great series. This is a duology as well. There is a translation, which I didn't know. I'll mention it in the reading vlog. But as well too, in the beginning, there's like a QR code for pronunciation of the characters. I do admit, I looked it up. I listened to it. Later on the reading vlog, it went out of my brain, so I am so sorry. I just forgot. But it's the Dory brain in me. This book is so good. I love it a lot, and you'll see why, well, you know, I'm reading it with y'all. I hope y'all like this video, and as well too, I hope you all like these reading vlogs as much as I do filming them. They're so much fun, and I love looking back at them. And of course, if I ever forget what happened, you know, in volume 1 or book 1, I can go back and watch it. Yes, I hope you all like it, and I hope you all enjoy. Take care of yourselves. As well too, look up trigger warnings for this book, because as well too, a lot of danmei has a lot of trigger warnings. I will admit, it's not lighthearted at all, but this one is more like a sci-fi dystopian one, I admit, so it's really good. It has as well bugs, so if you're not a fan of those, probably don't pick this up. And a lot of gore and death happening as well, so definitely not lighthearted at all. But yes, I hope you all like the reading vlog. Okay everyone, obviously from the title and as well too from the intro, hopefully I did one, we are going to be reading / well, buddy reading and vlogging Little Mushroom. When I'm filming this right now, the first day of me reading it, it is September the 19th. I'm excited to read this because I know Stitch loves this. I already have like my color scheme going on for the book. I have these pens I want to use, so like darker color tones, because I know the next book is going to be kind of more pastel and bright. So I figured, why not we do darker colors to match the cover. I really love this cover. I can't wait. I know it's a duology, so it's going to be very fast. It's also not by 7 Seas, surprisingly. So yeah, this is a different danmei. Sorry about the lighting, just bear with me. But yeah, this is from Peach Flower House, where I bought it from. You guys can buy it if it's not on Amazon, because I know too you can't buy it like in Barnes & Noble and stuff unless you request it. My camera's hating me for some odd reason lately. It's been like acting up. But yeah, you can't get it like in Barnes or like a bookseller retailer. So I had to get it from the website Peach Flower House. I know sometimes they restock it and sometimes they don't. It goes out of stock pretty fast. So if you want to get it while you can. Also too, really sorry about the lighting. It's looking kind of rough here. Hopefully this is semi better lighting, but yeah, if you ever want to read this series, go on their website, on their Instagram. You can buy it from there. Sadly, this one does not have photos, so I'm gonna have to like go off of the pictures of what these characters look like, and to probably fan arts. I don't know. I know Stitch really likes this series, and so I'm reading it with Kenzie and Frankie, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We were supposed to start this earlier this month / kind of the end of last month, but I'm getting ahead of myself because they are fast readers. I am slow. Like, you guys think I'm faster than Chloe? They beat me, trust me. I'm trying to pick like colors for my annotations right now. They beat the cake. Like, they really do beat the cake, because I'm semi fast reader, because Chloe says I am. Honey, Chloe, bestie, I think Kenzie and Frankie beat me by a long shot, trust me, boo. So yeah, I'm picking out my annotations right now to figure out how the heck I want to annotate this book. Currently, this one has 400 pages exactly, and there's no pronunciation or anything. I don't even know nothing about it. I'll probably read like the synopsis to you all in a bit, but yeah, I know this one's like sci-fi-ish, but let me pick up my annotation color guide, and then we'll be back and we can talk about, you know, a little bit about what this book is, because I have no idea. All I know is that it's like sci-fi. It's got a little mushroom in it. That's all I know. I'll be back. Okay, here is my color tabs that I'm going to be using. We have this really light gray, a light green, a dark green, a purplish blue, and then a dark blue, which I feel like match the cover very well, I say. Like, look at that. Look at that. I think it's a win. I think it looks perfectly well. Hopefully it focuses. If not, oops. Oh, wait, hold on. I should probably do it like this, right? Yes, that looks perfect because of the gray and then the blues are at the bottom. Oh, but yeah, that's the plan for my annotations. I don't know how I want to categorize it, but we're going to figure it out. Let's talk about the synopsis, shall we? Because I have no idea what this book is. Okay. Until the day humanity falls. In the year 2020, Earth's magnetic poles disappeared, and humankind was nearly wiped out by cosmic radiation. Within the span of 100 years, living creatures began to mutate and devour each other, while the remaining humans, numbering in the tens of thousands, struggled bitterly in their man-made base. In the abyss, home to the mutated exonogenics, there lived a scientist little mushroom, because it had been nourished by the blood and flesh of the deceased human Anzi. Not only did it take on a similar looking human form, but a similar name as well, Anze. Oh, is this him? Anze? Okay, Anze is determined to go to the human base to search for his spore, which had been harvested by humans. Once there, however, he faces the ominous risk of discovery and certain death as he tries to keep his non-human nature hidden from the judges, whose responsibility is to inspect and eliminate exogenics like himself. And of all the judges, Colonel Lu Feng is the most perceptive and merciless. As soon as he determines that someone is a exogenic, he will execute that person on the spot. But Anze's mutation goes undetected by Lu Feng's eyes, and so a tale of humans and exonergetics unfolds. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna start it right now because I'm excited. Oh my god, there's a QR code for learn how to pronounce the characters' names here. There's a QR code for it. I'm probably gonna do that right now to pronounce the names because I cannot pronounce names for crap, to be honest. So I'm gonna look up the names right now. Okay. Anju. Oh, instead of Anze, it's Anju. Anju. Lu Feng. Okay. And there's pronunciation?
小蘑菇
Oh, that's the little mushroom's name. Okay. But yeah, they have a cute little prouncy glossary thing on the Peach Flower House website of that QR code I did. That's cool. But anyways, we're gonna continue it. I'm gonna start it. Correction. I'm gonna start it, Bessies. And we're gonna vlog it. This is for you, Kenzie and Frankie, our buddy read. I'm gonna try to get ahead of y'all before y'all get ahead of me because I'm slow compared to y'all. But yes, I'm gonna start reading now. Hopefully I won't get too far. Okay, book 1, Judgment Day. Chapter 1, you're just a tiny little mushroom. I want to read the first page with y'all. The cave was dark and damp, with only weak fluorescence from the plants providing illumination. Love that first liner of this. We're gonna have a grand time. I'll be back. Okay, I'm like 9 pages in, and so in the beginning, we kind of learn about Anju and this world, and there's basically Anju gets his name from the original Anju because there's someone, a human, there he finds and like is passing away in front of him, and so that's basically his name now, basically, and because he takes his ID number and everything, and apparently Anju literally learned the human language now. Is very smart, talented. Love that for Bessie. But yes, the one that's the OG Anju is telling him like he can't go back to the human base, and he explains how the human base is not safe, you know, like you don't have any attack power or means of defending yourself, you're just a tiny little mushroom. And I'm like, Bessie, he's gonna go anyways. This Anju is gonna go, like, because the reason why is because he lost his spore, which is his spouse technically, which is like, you know, his seed, he says. It's like every mushroom would have spores in its lifetime. Some would have countless spores, while others would have just one. A spore with a mushroom seed. It would grow out of the amygdala, be dispersed by the wind to any random place within the jungle, take root wherever it landed, and turn into a new mushroom. Then this mushroom would also grow up little by little and have its own spores. Raising its spores to maturity was a mushroom's sole lifelong mission, but he had lost his only spore when it was far from maturing. So, apparently, too, he later on, the OG Anju passes away, and kind of sad. And I thought it was sad too that the OG Anju was like, no wonder why they left me here. And I'm like, Bessie, this is getting a little too sad already. We're not even like 10 pages in. I don't want to be emo yet. But anyways, this Anju, he takes out a brassy cylinder bullet shell made of metal, quietly lay upon the delicate skin and pale lines of his palm. It was very heavy, and there was some incomprehensible but definitely unusual grooves on its surface. He had found it at the place where he lost his spore, and ever since then he hadn't let go of it. Supposing there was still a 1 in 10,000 chance that he could get his spore back, then this 1 in 10,000 chance lay with the bullet shell and human creation. So he's gonna go investigate. And also he's gonna run into, I guess, maybe his new spore? I don't know how this is gonna work. His spouse. I'm calling it his spouse. I should not. But yeah, I thought this is kind of interesting on this take of like these words and stuff I don't know. And this world, because it's so different from the other danmeis I read of like the cultivation, Grandmaster, demonic cultivation, SPO, which starts with chaos, which is kind of like a steampunk one. Heaven Official's Blessing, TGCF, is like gods and stuff. So it's like each danmei so far I've been reading are very different from each other, and I have not finished any of them. I started a bunch of them, but I haven't finished them. But I'm hoping to finish Little Mushroom this year at least, because it's a duology. My first danmei one I'll finish of this year of starting my danmei journey. Hopefully to TGCF, since it's the very first danmei series I started and is quite the longest one I started so far, and it'll be kind of a victory for me. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Little Mushroom so far I'm kind of liking it. Very easy to get into for sci-fi so far. I feel like it's gonna get complicated a bit more because too there's like these creatures, and like describing it so far of this world is very interesting to me. I'm enjoying my time so far. I'm wondering if it's gonna get like dark very fast because it's a duology. Like I'm excited to see how much is put into this. Like for a duology compared to all other danmeis where they there's so much stories and things happening. But this one's I feel like it's gonna be very one setting, like one plot happening of his spore, and then to the person fall in love and stuff. And I feel like it's gonna have an ending. I don't know if it's going to be a happy ending or if it's going to be a tragic ending. I'm scared. I'm excited though, nonetheless. We'll see. The viewers who have read this danmei already know how it's going to end. So I'm like, I don't know nothing about this danmei. I'm literally going blind into it. All I know is that Mother Stitch, Kictor's beloved, loves this one, loves this duology. I know, or like this danmei. And two, I have another person I know, a real life danmei friend I had met at Barnes, who I would consider a friend, a person I met. And Little Mushroom is their top one of the series, like on their tier of danmei so far. So I'm like, I gotta see what everyone's loving about this. And two, I even bought an acrylic standee for this freaking danmei. I'll probably show you all it later on because I haven't even assembled it. It's like, I don't want to go grab it and like assemble it. It'll probably like at the end of this whole vlog we'll see to display with the book. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading now. This is very interesting so far, I'd say. Alrighty, hi friends. I realized I never updated the vlog on where I stopped the day I started this, and it's been, what, 2 days? I'm so bad at reading lately, I don't know why. But I have stopped at page 16. I'm going to read today because it's Saturday. I'm off. I'm finally done with a bunch of stuff. Done playing my video games because I gotten back into playing Genshin Impact. But yes, anyways, I will continue reading Little Mushroom right now. I know Kenzie's further than me because she started it as well on Friday on her commute to work, and as well to leaving work. So yeah, I'm going to continue reading it right now because your girl has some time. Since yesterday, I went to the movies as well, so I did not get to read anything at all on Friday. So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to continue reading, and I'll let you all know later on of where I am. The book smacked me. Okay, update. Ignore the freaking wind blower because for some odd reason, someone decided to do that right now at 8:46 p.m. Thanks. Anyways, I'm on page 36. We find out Anju runs into Vance Hosen, Hossein and Anthony. And so they like team get together, whatever, to go back to the base. Later on, there's this moment, I don't know what Hossein was doing, but it felt uncomfortable on page 26 and 27 because he's like, darling. I'm like, oh no. And then he like got on top of him. And, oh my god, this was so uncomfortable. I was like, no. Oh hell no. I don't like this person or situation that's happening. And then through it all, Hossein laughs because he hears like someone 2 compartments away, like, you know, a huge noise happens where Anthony was, and it sounded like, you know, been knocked onto the floor. And so Hotian's like, don't be impatient, scum, it'll be your turn soon enough. And then but in the following second, all of his movements stop. A monster with a human torso and 3 pairs of slender legs protruding from its back slowly walked toward the aisle, dragging furrowed soft wings behind itself and 2 blood-red compound eyes atop its head glowing. Oh wait, its head glowed faintly. The thing's skin was black, the color Anthony's skin, but the shape of his human face had already become disordered. The place where his eyes used to be was covered with densely packed brown scales. The nose extended down at a slant to form a massive cleft, and the mouth area protruded outward with a long and curled black tube extending from the middle. He stopped walking, the edges of his wings scraped against the wall of the car, making ear-piercing noises. And then, what are you doing, Anthony? Hossein asked, his voice full of dissatisfaction. I'm not fond of being watched. After saying that, he lowered his head again and settled on top of Anju, who felt a set of teeth bite down at the junction between his neck and shoulder. And I was like, oh god, I hate this. And then literally Hossein and Anthony fight or whatever, you know, they're on the ground and stuff. And Vance is in his other, like, you know, the car vehicle cabin thing. And so pages later, Hossein's gone because Anthony murdered them, and Vance saves Anju, and they go in, you know, his bunker, and then they go to the base. And we learn about a little bit about Vance, about his brother, because this is kind of important because this goes into the topic of what the judges are. So, and as well too, we find out that basically Anthony mutated, so he got like infected. But anyways, so Vance tells us like he had a younger brother who was afraid of heights, and he often would be like this. He was about Anju's age. Vance is like, we used to always be together, but not this time. He's dead, Vance said. It's been 2 months since he was killed by a judge at the entrance to the base. And basically we're learning about the, you know, how base system code works and how they identify all the ixiotic, see if they're human or that. And if they are, they're shot on the spots. And there's this special, like, the head, the boss man, who is called Arbiter. So yeah, he's the one that killed Vance's brother, and honestly, there's not a way to know for sure how this Xenotics are actually, like, you know, if they really were human or if they were Xenotics, how this would work. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how their system works of that, of trying to see if they're mutated or got infected. So it's kind of crazy, but I thought that was interesting, kind of. But I also felt bad for Anju going through that. Anju? I gotta look up the pronunciation again because y'all, I'm gonna say it wrong every freaking time because your girl cannot pronounce stuff for crap. But yeah, that's kind of the update. I'll for now. And in case too, if I don't update it, update you all tomorrow on where I stopped tonight. But I'm gonna continue reading now to see how this is gonna go when they go to the base, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen in a few pages because I'm worried. Oh. Vance just got shot at the right there while they were getting judged. Anju had to see that. That's crazy. And then the gun now is pointed at him. Okay, but apparently the boss is gonna shoot him. Okay. But what the? I thought maybe Vance was gonna be like the boyfriend, or like the person on the cover. Oh, I guess not. Because this dude's dead. Oh no, he's gonna be alone now. Just trying to live now. I thought like this dude Vance was gonna be with him for a while at least, and then maybe he dies on the mission or something. Not just literally they get there, pop, he gone basically, and Anju now has to deal with all this by himself, like the information and everything. He has to be on himself and live with these humans and try not to get killed. And he has no one helping him out. I thought Vance would be like his homie. Oh god, this is crazy. This is not lighthearted. This is wild so far, I'd say. Very wild so far. A lot has happened in such little time. Kind of crazy. Like, wow, it's not even 100 pages in, and there's so much death happening. Wasn't expecting that at all, but here we are, besties. Here we are. Stopping at page 44 tonight. Not that far in, but progress is progress. Yeah, little baby dent. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi friends. Okay, so I'm hoping to read a Little Mushroom today since it's Sunday, right before I have to go to work tomorrow. It's very late afternoon. It's like 4:37 p.m. Yeah, I finished my din, and so I'm hoping to read 50-ish pages. We're going ambitious, maybe even 100. No, let me not set myself up for disaster. But yes, I've been busy all day today. I went out and about to go do some things, and now I'm situated. I can read. Got done with my din, my late afternoon dinner. So yeah, I'm on page 44. I stopped last night that I told y'all. So I'm hoping to get to page like, I kind of want to get to chapter 7 today, which is like this much. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but like that much. Hoping to get to today, because 7's my lucky number, and that's almost like, it's about 50 pages. Yeah, so we're gonna read this baby today, and I'll update you all. I don't know how far Kinsey is. I know Frankie still hasn't started it, so basically I guess technically me and Kinsey are buddy reading it. I don't know how far she is with it, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna continue. I'm dressed up very nice, like for once, because like I said, I went out and about. I took some photos because one of my other bias wreckers' birthday today for K-pop related things. But yes, we're gonna continue Little Mushroom. Also decided not to annotate with my black pen, so I just kept these 3 colors for the danmei that I'm going to be using for my annotations, which kind of makes it easier on myself. But so far, damn, this thing is creepy. This would be scary to like see this as a live action of how they would CGI these freaking creature things, but very interesting, I would say. Like, I thought MXTX's work was creepy. I think who wrote this? Sushi, I think is the author. Can't pronounce it. Their works, I think, is probably really creepy. And I cannot wait to read volume 2 whenever I finish this one. But for now, let's go. Let me quit my yapping. Very long day ahead of us. Okay, not even that far in. I think we found the love interest, which is this judge, the boss. The one on the cover. Wait, because remember how I was talking about the pronunciations and Lu Feng was on there? Literally, the dude, like on page 44. Okay, what a surprise it is for Colonel Lu to come here. He pushed up the glasses on his nose, the tone of his voice lifting up at the end in provocation. Don't you always solve all your problems with bullets? Lu Feng said coldly. Please cooperate, doctor. The doctor glanced at Lu Feng, a shadow smile on his face. Then he got up and said to Anju, come with me. This has to be it. Does that mean he's gonna get entangled with the boss? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Is it? I don't know. I got questions. I feel like it is, because it was literally in pronunciation. I feel like. So this is gonna be crazy, because he's the boss, the judge. Oh man, this is gonna be very interesting. I don't know how this is gonna work, because there's so many ideas I have right now of plots I can think of what can happen right now, of like finding out, or like, you know, they find out that he's with him and he never knew anything. They killed the boss man. They had to put someone else, and it's gonna be like someone else that's like, I don't know. There's just a bunch of things spiraling in my head. Let me not get ahead of myself. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Let me keep reading. It's just like it popped in my head. I was like, wait a minute. Is this the love interest? Because if so, hello. Okay, another update. Apparently, their ID numbers represent that not only proof that they're humans, but it also represented their address, and then which is like their district number as well, and then their building number, and then their door plate number. So that's really interesting. So for Anju, his is 32611700514. District 6, and then to building number 117, and then door plate number 514. So I'm guessing 32, like he's a 32 person, I guess, with the ID thing. I don't know how that works, but that's interesting. That's how they have like their ID numbers and what it means for this world. A lot of world building right now and a lot of like explanation of like this world and how it is. Very sci-fi, I'd say. Very sci-fi. Oh man, I'm not really used to reading sci-fi books, so this is like interesting to me. Very interesting on how this would work. So yeah, anyways, I'm having a good time. As well too, Anju saw Vance's, I'm guessing, corpse wrapped up in a body, and it made me kind of emo. I was like, oh no, his first friend. Ugh. Ugh. And now he's alone in this world, trying to pass by and somehow pass the test of the judge and the scientist or doctor as well, of him being human somehow, and how he has very healthy blood, red bloods. So it's like, how? This is interesting. I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, he's like a perfect human. I wanna know how this is gonna play out. And then to the bullet, how's that gonna be explained later on in the novel? Or the other book as well too, since it's a duology. Very short. I can't wait to see how this is gonna play out. Okay, update before I go to bed. I feel like this Josh person, who was the OG Anju, is gonna be a problem and probably will report this Anju. I just have a feeling, like, I feel like that's a plot twist. He's gonna find out and be like, reporting because it's not his friend. And I know Anshu made a lie of like, oh, I forgot everything because I ate a mushroom. Bessie, I still think that's a bad idea of saying that. So, yes. And then now, Anshu is looking for work, and so this lady took him to this doctor, Mr. Shaw, and he does like, before he used to make like other things, but now he makes actual live people, like fakes. And it's kind of crazy. So now Anshu is his apprentice and is gonna make good money for it. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm kind of nervous, but yeah. I'm stopping at chapter 6 instead tonight, which is technically page 83. Didn't get to read 50 pages, but I tried. Your girl tries. But yeah, this is how far I am into the book. So far, it's like a little tiny dent if focuses. Yeah, a tiny little dent. Nothing much. My annotations so far, thankfully. But I'm enjoying this so far. I'm nervous for Anshu and how this is going to work. Oh man, this is gonna be wild. And then too, Mr. Shaw takes on this work from the lady who brought Anshu to make a fake art brighter, the judge, the boss man. So, and he's like, oh, he's not gonna give a crap. Like, he's too busy. And I'm like, I beg to differ, buddy. I beg to differ. But anyways, I'll see you all tomorrow. The lady that was helping Anju, she gone because there was a parasitic on the train and it was right behind her and she got infected. And of course to the Lu Feng, his bullet of course is the one that matches Anju's spores bullet that he found, which doesn't surprise me. You know, it's kind of obvious, but now I want to see where this goes. So yeah, I've gotten a little farther into the book right now. It's getting very interesting, and it's crazy how like we learn a character a little bit. We're not too detailed with it, like TGCF, another danmei I have read. So it's like you know a little bit about the character, but you're not too attached to it, where you don't get fifis. I'm kind of glad about that because I feel like it'd be too many characters, but if they get, then it makes it a bit easier to know who's like who now and who to focus on next. It's very interesting to me so far with this author's work. I'm enjoying it though, like I said. A lot has happened. And too, this world is so crazy to me on how it works. Like, wow, I can picture it in my head, so detailed. Oh, and as well too, since Dose, the lady that helped Anju to be Mr. Shaw's apprentice, the one who, they're still carrying on the job of making Lu Fen, the art braider, so the mannequin, and it's really creepy to me. Like, this is too realistic, I feel like, for the sake. And as well too, I finally got to that chapter I wanted to get to yesterday. So yeah, I finally got to it at least, but I'm gonna keep reading. As well too, Anshu now has moved in with Mr. Shaw so he can, you know, rightfully take on his apprenticeship and like, you know, not to run into Josh, I believe was the dude's name, the long ago friend, with Josh's clinginess, so he's trying to avoid it. So he's moving in with Mr. Shaw so he can avoid him. And as well too, it's closer to the job. He can work on the mannequin still to get it done within the time frame. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Also too, I kind of forgot, like, my pouch with little mushroom. So cute. Just right now for the danmei. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading, update you all in a bit, but that's a little mini update what's been happening so far in case I do fall asleep soon, because it's 9:15. I should be going to sleep soon, but I'm just into it. Like, I'm just captivated with this. Oh man, it's so good. My annotations so far are a lot. And I'm stopping at page 1112 tonight. Didn't get too far after chapter 7. I'm tired now. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hi, I know it's been a few days, weeks, it felt like a month to me. I've been in a reading slump. I couldn't read anything physically. That's my excuse. But I did pick it up a little bit today. I'm gonna continue reading it today. But yes, what do you mean the model that Aju and the dude was working on was for Dalsey, the one who freaking died in front of his eyes by the art brighter, the one who requested this special request of the art brighter model thing. What do you mean it was her that requested this? And this is getting sentimental because I'm like, oh, this is kind of, ew, this may be a little bit trauma for Aju because that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I thought that was really crazy to me. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Little Mushroom because it's been a few days, like I mentioned. The reading slumps got to me. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading though. I'm glad to be back in this universe and continue this reading vlog. I'm sorry this is going to be like a not consistent your girl mood reader, and then too just the slump lately. So I'm glad now to be back, like I mentioned, in this world. It's crazy to me that I kind of forgot a little bit of it, but I'm going back to look at my annotations. I'm like, oh yeah, now I kind of am familiar more with this world again. So much has happened. Let me update you. So we kind of learned about the backstory of the world, of like the bases back then and how they all got wiped out, how the world is, how it became like this, you know, their world, from humans, you know, flat lands, to like, you know, the North Pole and the South Pole and everything, like, you know, the magnetic poles disappearing, and then the creatures and how they became to be. And then right now there is a creature coming inside because they're in prison. Aju, Mr. Shaw, and Jensen, they all got captured, so they're in a cell right now, and they're learning this information from a dude named Poet, who I guess traveled around and like during the exhibition of like finding out this information from like the old bases and stuff, which is really interesting. Like, how did he do this? You know, it makes sense why he's in jail. Yeah, a freaking monster raided up their place, and and so right now they're trying to release them. They're all panicking. And so right now, at this moment, one of the dudes or soldiers, a part of him, got taken up by this monster. Like, yeeted up while he was unlocking Jensen's cell. He's like, you're my savior, and yeet, the dude just flew from the monster, and I can imagine it. This is such a good book so far. I'm honestly so glad I picked it up today. My reading slump is kind of going away because I kind of forgot how danmei is. I love the information and how, like, you know, they explain everything to a teeth. Even sometimes it takes so long, but with this one, no wonder why it's so good. And it's a duology. Like, give it to me. I am enjoying it so far. I'm so glad I picked it back up, but I will update you all later. It's getting so good. I love this world so much so far. No wonder why Stitch likes it a lot. And it's a good buddy read, I feel like, too. And one of my other friends, Madison, who really likes this series, or duology as well. No wonder. Ooh, okay, I read that wrong. Apparently it was Jensen who got yeeted, and the soldier literally gone as well. And Anshu's eyes is just like, me too, Bessie. I'd be scared too. Anyways, I'm gonna continue now for sure reading. I just wanted to clear up that apparently it was Jensen that got yeeted away. Never to be seen again. Rest in peace, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm stopping at page 170, and a bunch of stuff is just happening. Like, all these creatures are trying to go after this communicator thingy that, like, throws them off, you know, like a sound wave thing. And so this base is literally getting infiltrated by these bugs and creatures. And so, yeah, a bunch of stuff is happening right now. It's kind of crazy. Learning information about the art breeder, of the backstory and how they became a thing and the other bases and information about that. Like I said, this world is very interesting. It gets me intrigued. I love world building. That's why the Poppy War series is like my favorite series as well too. Like it's a sci-fi fantasy type of book. It's like a bunch of like genres, I would say, but this one is so freaking good. Like I see the hype now, but I'm gonna go to sleep something at 1:70 tonight. Hopefully I can read tomorrow and still, not be in my slump. It's helped me reading. It's so good to be back in this world. And as well too, there's a quote actually before I go to bed. The poet was talking about this. I always forget that safety is what's temporary while danger is internal. Life isn't something we're owed. Life is a gift. What a good way to say it. What a good way. The first quote in this book I underlined. So yeah, I will hopefully see you tomorrow and update the vlog and hopefully get out of this slump. It's working so far. I read like 58 pages today. I did the math. I'm not good at math. So I feel like I did really well. It's so nice to be vlogging, reading danmei again, I will admit. But yeah, see you tomorrow. It is 11:20 basically at night. Oh my god. I read a bit of Little Mushroom today. Thankfully it's Friday. And so I got to page 188. So Judgment Day happened of what Poet was talking about before when they were all locked up in the cells because all these creatures are coming out, and so now Judgment Day is repeating again. Everyone's getting judged. Boom, boom. If there's anything, hinting wise that you're xenotic. And as well too, Lu Fang is literally like, gonna go through it of doing Judgment Day. Like, it's crazy how he can do this without being emotional about it. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, Anju, Poet, and Mr. Shaw are all in the clear. They're all in District 6, which is where Anju is from, if we remember. So yeah, I feel like some stuff's gonna start happening. And so there's cute little moments once again of Lu Fang and Anju together. It's so cute, and just these little moments are getting me like, I know it's gonna happen. But this world's just so good. I'm loving it so far. Even if I only read a little few pages, this is how far I am in the book. I never updated yesterday, but yeah, that's how far I am. And then as well too, my annotations. I'm hoping to finish this before next weekend on Saturday. Let's see if we can do it. I'm in a reading mood. Like, I'm actually happy to be reading again, especially this book. It's so good. Like, why didn't I come back to you sooner, But yeah, anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm stopping at page 212. I don't know where I left off on this vlog, but Judgment Day is happening. And right now there's this little moment with Lu Fang and Anju right now, of them together, talking about genetics, about himself technically, but into like how he passed. He was asking questions, Anju, and the art breeder is like basically like, you're human, you pass basically. And it's like, the art breeder's the most talented one, so it's crazy how he never misses seeing a genetic, but he misses Anju obviously. And I'm questioning how that works. I feel like it has something to do with the bullet he's wearing, because he always has it on him 24/7. He has not taken it off. Just a theory, I don't know, maybe, who knows. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Sorry I haven't been updating much, but I cannot wait to get back into this world tomorrow. As a little update, because I have been reading it like a few pages like every day since I last vlogged. Like, I would read 5 pages or like 8 pages, but nothing too worthy of updating. But since now I'm at 212, at the halfway mark, I figure I'd update you all a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm stopping at page 234. I'm at book 2, which is Roses. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so I was reading with Chloe a bit today, and I got pretty far into Little Mushroom. 260 is where I'm stopping today. Look at that. I'm like 50 something% like done with this book basically. Look at that little chunk. My annotation so far, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm getting there, but hopefully I will see you tomorrow with more updates, because a lot has happened, but I'm tired and I don't want to explain it. So tomorrow we're gonna talk. Hi, I got bangs literally yesterday. I'm trying to like get them to stay down. I had them curled, but yeah, still trying to do that weird thing, but anyways, let's talk about Little Mushroom. I'll fix my hair later. Okay, I read a little bit, or like technically a lot today with Chloe while we were reading. I'm on page 298. I'm almost done with the book. So far, oh my gosh, so much has happened. I think Mr. Shaw and Poet are after they bombed the whole district where Anjou lived, and that's where they were safe after the whole lighthouse thing in the Arboretor. And then now he's at this new area and he's working for the Garden of Eden, but he's there taking care of the kids because he's smart and all and teaching them. And now there's this kid who got infected somehow within the last few hours, and I'm like, have a theory, like, is Anjou going around making these people turn into xenotics or Xienics, whatever they're called? Because like, if he's run into so many people and they turn into it, and I'm like, is he infecting them? That's my little theory I have. But as well too, this kid got infected, and now he's in this little laboratory, and he has a few hours until he turns into a full Xenotic, and he's talented, he has a high IQ, and he's different from all the other kids, and I'm like, okay, well, something happened, obviously. And Anjou and Lu Feng have been having a little bit of cute moments here and there in this book, which I am here for. I'm here for it right now. And I'm scared of where this is going to go, because, like, this is a bunch of, like, world building and stuff keeps happening. And, like, oh my god, I'm scared for the whole city. Like, what's going to happen? Like, they're all, like, dying, basically. They're all turning into freaking exotics. And obviously, Judgment Day is happening still, even. And it's crazy how they keep moving, trying to protect the people and like the kids they have in this little beehive, the Garden of Eden. It's really weird how they have children like this, and two, just the parents, they don't know, I feel like they don't know who their parents are. Is that crazy? Like, do they have one person producing? Like, how does this work? I have so many questions. And as well too, it just explains more along the way of like everything. And Anshu can turn into a mushroom again? Hello? That's where I'm at right now, where he's going to go to the lighthouse to see if he can find his spore. That's where I'm at right now. A lot has happened, obviously, but I try to get the gist of what's been happening, and it's just crazy. I'm like at a loss for words. I like, what? But yeah, anyways, I'll update you all later tonight if I continue reading more. God knows, I just brought it with me just in case. So yeah, I can't believe I'm almost done with the book. Oh, hopefully to finish it tomorrow at least, because I wanted to finish it before Saturday, and that did not happen because today is Saturday. But yeah, I had gotten a haircut yesterday. I had to drop some money on tires, so that's why I didn't get to read that much yesterday, which sucked. Technically broke right now. It's fine. It's fine. Money can always come back. It's fine. My car needs it. I need it to drive. Anyways, see you all later. I know I look ridiculous. Okay, it's to keep the bangs looking, okay, fashion. Anyways, I'm stopping at page 338 tonight. Almost finished it, but not quite, and I'm tired and I have work tomorrow. But at least I read most of like a lot of it during this weekend, I will say, because like, look at that. I'm like 85% apparently, this is what it says in storygraph. Like this tiny little chunk. Look at all my annotations. Oh my god, I look crazy. But yeah, a lot is happening. These children are smart for such a young age, and this Garden of Eden thing is crazy. And two, how they're okay with what's happening at such a young age. Like, these things don't scare them. Crazy to me, because this one girl, what's her name again? Lily, wanted to, you know, pass on the message with Anjou to Sinan, who is the one that's basically turned into a creature, and guess what? He turned into like a bee thing. And so Lily's intrigued by this. And I'm like, girl, your friend is literally a monster. And we're still trying to find out how this kid got infected, basically. And so they still haven't figured it out. And so Lily's been coming every day to speak to him, see if he turns, you know, back more human. Because apparently Sinan is like back and forth, like understanding and then turning to a creature thing. So he's like fighting it. It's crazy. And so Lily's been there along the way of helping the scientists at the lighthouse. And Anju's there, and Lu Feng. And right now there's this cute moment right now with Lu Feng and Anjou. They're going to sleep in the same, you know, in Lu Feng's house, basically, or apartment thing, because he lost his car whenever he turned to the little mushroom thing I was talking about, and that's when he discovered Lily. And yeah, this happened. So that's all that's been happening. Not a lot of, you know, heart aching stuff is happening. It's very just interesting to me of this world, and I like it a lot. Like, I'm intrigued by this. Like, I'm really shocked by this danmei. Like, I'm almost done with it now. every time I pick it up, I'm always reading a lot of it if I can. I'm just intrigued more about the story, the characters. Well, some of the characters, our main character, the two of them, since some characters were introduced, they're not there for that long. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow when I finish this. Planning to finish it tomorrow, okay, y'all? I promise. But yeah, I just finished Little Mushroom. Wow, a lot happened from where I like last updated you all because like so much went down. Basically, so Linan, the kid or whatever that turned into like a Shinotic, a bug, he and Lily now like he's the kid's smart. There's a sequence of ABC, like A is 1, B is 2, so like there's a little system there. But then guess what? The polls went down again. So the underground base needs assistance. So Lu Fang and a bunch of these other dudes and people, soldiers, are gonna go help and fight off the bugs and Shinotics and restore the poles. So yeah, Lu Fang is gone right now, and Anju was kind of like sad about it because too he saw whenever they're at the lab his spore, and Lu Fang was bullying, like messing with his spore, and the spore was ignoring Anju and so focused on Lu Fang. And I'm thinking the spore is realizing like, hey, this here I sent him on you, and I like him, and Anju obviously likes him as well because whenever he connects back with his spore, whenever Lu Fang's gone and everyone's like freaking out and like there's people, he has Lu Fang's badge, and so he goes and gets his spore back and is connected again, and he feels whole. And he was going to leave the base, escape this human life. Like he found his spore, that's all he wanted. But he was thinking of Lu Fang, and his spore as well was like attached. And so now he's not leaving until Lu Fang comes back. And there was this moment too when Lu Fang was leaving on the airship of like him nuzzling his hair, and as well too like I may not come back until like make the mushroom soup again when he returns. And I was like, stop, you're gonna make me cry. Don't do this to me literally as it's going to end. Yeah, I thought that was like crazy, like sad. I want to read it because like that was owie. Alright, so there was a slight smile in Lu Fang's eyes. Thank you, he said. Make it for me again when I return. That pair of eyes, those eyes with the same color as firefly glow in the deepest parts of the jungle, looked at Anju. He seemed to lean down slightly, and for a moment Anju felt that Lu Fang wanted to get close to him, but that feeling was fleeting. I may not be able to return, Lu Fang said, his voice slightly hoarse. Take care of yourself. Anju responded with a affirmative nod. He watched Lu Fang turn around and leave without looking back, walking to the makeshift boarding bridge. How many times had he now watched Lu Fang's figure depart? He couldn't remember. He didn't know why this person was always able to constantly move forward. He could shoot his compatriots without the slightest hesitation and also sacrifice his own life at any given moment. There's like a whole section of this happening. Man, I still thought that was crazy. But like this little last part right here, literally on page 400, the last page. He couldn't keep it hidden for long. He knew once order was restored and research began anew, it would definitely be possible to figure out the sequence of events of the human's important laboratory losing something. He had to leave, the earlier the better, but he couldn't keep himself from taking a sharp, cool object out of his shirt pocket. It was the badge that Lu Fang had pinned to his coat, which Anju had taken off. He held it in his hand, thinking that once the aurora lit up, he heard the news of the PL-1109 returning. He'd leave them if such a day came. There wasn't anything good in the city. Only potato soup was quite nice. If it weren't for his spore always wanting to get close to Lu Fang, he would have left long ago. And that's where it ended. So until the lights come back and the radioactive goes away and everything in the world with humans is safe again, Anju would leave. But I'm scared because I know book 2 probably not gonna have a good ending because it's 2 books. What can happen with 2 books? I'm scared, but yeah. Hope you all like this reading vlog, this spoiler-filled reading vlog as much as I do filming these. This series, this first book alone, I see why so many people like it. I see why Stitch, one of my other mutuals I know, like, this is like their top book. Like, this is one of their favorites. Like, wow. Like, I think this is 6 stars for me. Like, wow, I think this is behind TGCF just because TGCF holds like such a meaningful series to me. But as well too, I love Mata Sushi so far because I love Lan Wangji. Like, anyways, but yeah, I think this is 6 stars. I really like the sci-fi. I love the world. I love how it's not mainly focused on like a bunch of side characters like TGCF and MDZS. It's more focused on, you know, the world in Anjou and into Lufeng, but as well too a bit of the society and the people, and I like that. You know, we're not too attached to characters. I like that because then I would cry. I'm liking it so far. I really am. I cannot wait to read volume 2 and vlog it as well. But yeah, 6 stars for this series. Look at those annotations. I'm so proud with it. It's so satisfying to see my annotations when I'm done with the book. Really like this concept. I really do, and I cannot wait to see where it's gonna lead into. Like, I'm scared. Like, where I thought it was gonna go to with the kids was like the kid, Shinan or whatever it was going to like, you know, break through and like get everyone contaminated and stuff, and like stuff was gonna go down. But I don't know what's gonna happen now because like they're on lockdown. Like, Sinan's there somewhere. Like, I feel like something's gonna happen, like the breach of him with the next book of him trying to get to Lily. So yeah, anyways, I will see you next time with another reading vlog. Be on the lookout for eventually when I read volume 2 because that will probably be soon. I kind of want to read and finish the duology this year because this is so good. What the heck? So yeah, I see the hype now. But yeah, I hope you all have a good day, good night, morning, whatever time it is for you when this video reaches you, and I will see you real soon. Bye.